Hello, I'm Carl Stabe, and today I have Christy Pretzinger with me, the CEO of WG Content and Better Leader Project. Thank you for being here. What's your 5 minute system?
Well, my 5 minute system is all around something I've developed called BQ, your better quotient. And what your better quotient is the capacity we all have to become better. Whether or not we access it is a different conversation, but every single one of us has the capacity to become better, not perfect. That's the most important thing, is to continue to work on better, not perfect. And I have a process for that. It's a three-step process, which is pause and notice, anchor in your why, and then choose the better action. So the pause and notice is an element of EQ, which is naming your emotions, recognizing and naming emotions. But EQ kind of stops there. It doesn't really talk about the subsequent behavior. So you name your emotion, and then the next thing you do is you anchor in your why. So if you find yourself feeling, as I did in a recent situation in a leadership team meeting, someone made a suggestion that I thought sounded cold and unfeeling, and I didn't like it. And my response, instead of doing the pause and notice, anchor in my why, and choose a better action, was hijacked by my emotions and shut her down. The opposite of what any leader should do. It's a horrible thing to do for a number of reasons. Fortunately, we were able to address it the next day, and I could apologize and correct myself in front of the team too, saying I never should have said that. So what I realized, what I would have done with that, what would have been better, is to hear what she had to say, to pause and notice. And this happens so quickly. This is a very fast, almost instantaneous kind of process. So you pause and notice, like, oh, I'm feeling a little defensive here. And then saying, okay, what's my why? Well, I value this person's feedback and her intelligence and her counsel. So I want to make sure she knows I appreciate that, even though I'm not sure what's happening in this particular comment. But I'm going to anchor in my why of preserving the trust and respect of this relationship. So therefore, I'm going to choose the better action. Instead of being hijacked by my emotions, I am going to choose to say, pause and say, thank you for sharing that. That's a difficult thing to share. And I think it's beyond the scope of this meeting, but it definitely should remain on the table for future discussion. That
Hmm.
accomplishes the goal of acknowledging her, not shutting her down, letting people know I'm open to hearing hard things, giving myself the gift of a pause so I don't have to apologize for my behavior, and then choosing the better action, which is your BQ. So, you access your EQ and then you build on your EQ with your BQ by choosing the better action.
I love it. Thank you so much.